got a question for you.
Mhm.
You have a successful brand called Drink Champs. How much do you actually drink? And
On
I
the
asked you
show
this
or in
for a
life?
reason. In real life.
I mean, I used to drink a lot, like a lot. But in recent years, I have a family now. It's changed my habits for sure. On the show, we do get drunk. That is
That is real.
100% genuine
But
and
so that is
authentic.
that is not water in those vodka bottles.
Nah. We drink, like, it just doesn't feel right to not drink. It's just we're just weird that way. But yeah, no. I mean, I'm a drinker. I'm a drinker. I've recently in recent years gotten into beer more now. My girl's a big beer drinker, so she's got me into craft beers and all this stuff, and so I'm not doing the hard liquor as much anymore. But yeah, I'm a drinker, man.
You know why I asked you this? You and I have done business for years. I've never called you once and you were drunk. I never called
Really?
you once and you didn't answer the phone, or you weren't responsive, or your team wasn't responsive.
Right.
You know, I know what you guys do on your show, but in real life, I never saw that side of E not being able to be this successful entrepreneur that you've been. You have always been on top of your game, very much about your business, what you say you do, everything that, I've ever put on your plate, you have over-delivered for me. So I just was wondering, I'm like, yo, you know something? I don't think I've ever called you up and you're like, Shawn, I got a hangover, I got to call you back.
I would never use that as an excuse for sure.
Maybe you just didn't answer the phone. I don't know. But you've always been an incredible businessman.
Appreciate that, man. Thank
you.
you
really have. Question for you. How much research do you guys do for your guests? What does that process look like? Because it's one thing to have people on the show that you know them, you go back with, you can tell these great stories. But your show has, it's blossomed. You guys have people on that show that I'm sure you don't know. What does the research process look like?
n.o.r.e will in recent episodes or recent years, let's say, he's been Googling people, as you'll say, just to get, even some people he knows, just to get more stats and have more accurate stats on people. I don't like to research, and maybe it's because, obviously n.o.r.e's leading a lot of the conversation, but I like to go off of just like the organic side of the conversation and anything that comes up. And usually the artists, I know of their stories. So I usually just have something already in mind, some of the stuff that I want to talk about. But we don't really do much research, man. And yeah, it's not much of a research type of crew like that.
That's so interesting because, one of the things that I love about your show and, even myself doing what I'm doing right now, you guys, it always seems so organic. It always seems like you guys go back with these people for 100 years. Like, you get them to talk. I don't know if it's the weed. I don't know if it's the liquor. I got to believe that plays a part.
Definitely, yeah. The liquor definitely plays a part. It's definitely the third cast member, host on the show.
All right, before I close the interview out, I want to talk to you about something that maybe 10 years ago would not have even been a conversation.
Right.
Your white beard. like me and you, we're probably the first real generation of hip hop that is getting old successfully.
Right.
Still in the game, still relevant, still doing things. I don't know if the pioneers were able to you have people like LL Cool J that came before us. There are a few out there who are able to transition. But I love the fact that you just like me, I'm white. I'm not painting my beard.
Right.
I love the fact that you're able to, you have a full white beard in hip hop, and you're accepted. Back in the days, that was an absolute no-no. This is a young man's sport. Why did you even make the decision to keep that?
Well, look, I didn't want it to be fully white. Like, I wasn't expecting it. I came in with a salt and pepper, and then this motherfucker just turned white on me. And I was already in too deep. But yeah, my whole thing is just, if I can't feel comfortable in my own skin doing what I do, then what's the point? And again, like, this is me. This is, and we're all aging, and it's a part of life. So might as well just, embrace it and keep it moving. It doesn't mean that we're outdated or we can't stay with the times. Yeah, I don't believe in the whole ageism of stuff right now. You know, I embraced it, and and hopefully people feel inspired by that too.
No, I think it is inspiring. I mean, you got to think when we were coming up, hip hop was considered a young man's sport, period.
Absolutely.
You know, you get to a certain age, you put out one too many albums, people are like, it's over for you. Like, you're old, go. We don't want to hear from you. Now, I'm seeing people have these long-standing careers in hip hop, no different than any other industry. So when I see you rocking that white beard and so many others who are like, yo, you know what? This is just what it is. People get older. People get married. People, once upon a time, you were in the clubs all the time. I know me, and I'm sure for you, it was like you got to be in the clubs because you got to stay relevant. You got to show the industry that you are still around.
Yep.
You were like, yo, I don't do that no more. I made my name. I made my reputation. People know I'm around through a phone call. They see what I'm doing. So I love that you're doing that. Before we cut out of here, what's next for DJ EFN? What are you working on now?
Oh, man, I'm trying to do a lot. Definitely the Coming Home series, like I said, and we're in post-production with South Africa, and then we have Colombia that we haven't released to the public yet. And then we're working on deals to try to further the series and have it, keep producing more episodes. I got another podcast called Fatherhoods, which is about being, fathers in hip hop basically, and we talk to different artists and executives and people in the game about parenting basically. And I got products, Colombian Whites, this liquor that I have out here in Miami. A ton of stuff, man. I'm working with Monster Energy. They got my back, and I got just my hands in a bunch of different things, man. So I'm just keeping pushing.
I love what you're doing, man. Even with that Fatherhood podcast, again.
Thank you.
You're aging the right way in hip hop, brother.
Thank you.
Because back in the days, people didn't want anybody to know I'm married. I got kids. Now we got people in hip hop with grandkids. So
we got Bun B talking about being a grandfather on there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Where can people find you?
At DJ EFN on Twitter, at Who's Crazy on Instagram, crazyhood.com is the website, drinkchamps.com, at drinkchamps, everything.
Nice. E, it has been my pleasure. You have dropped so many invaluable gems for our audience. I'm sure my phone is going to be lighting up once we release this, man.
Oh, thank you, man.
Continue blessings and continue success to you. Congratulations on the recent birth of your son. And just know, in this world of hip-hop, in just the world of entertainment, you are a true power move maker. Continue blessings.
Thank you, Prez. Appreciate you, man.
Peace. What's up, guys? Thanks for sticking with me to the end of the video. Truly appreciate you. If you like anything you heard here today, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you know anybody that can benefit from this message, feel free to share. Peace and love.